Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism. We love AD4 TV Radio.
A 3-day MacArthur Wole Soyinka sponsored inter-secondary school debate in the Federal Capital Territory hosted by AD4 Communications Limited, owners of AD4 TV Radio, was held in Abuja recently. The theme of the debate, which centered around corruption in Nigeria, was meant to inculcate in students the need for a decent society based on accountability and transparency, which ultimately guarantees quality life for the good of all. This debate, like that of last year, had 120 students drawn from 12 selected schools in the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory, along with their teachers, officials of the FCT Secondary Education Board, civil society groups, and the media in attendance. Declaring the event open, the chairman of AD4 Communications Limited, Dr. Jacob Alada, stated as follows.
Whatever you had cracked before, better forget them. Better forget them. Because you will find yourselves either talking on against the issue of corruption when you have cracked the issue of proposing corruption. So this is going to be a new question that will be thrown at you. We want to see how versatile you are, how you have read extensively, on this issue of corruption.
Also speaking at the event, the MD of AD4 TV Radio opined that
whether we like it or not, corruption is bad. Corruption is bad. In fact, I said, if I knew I was going to come up here, I wanted to make an illustration. Good person with integrity, it will always tell. Whether your parents are watching or not, whether your teachers are watching or not, at the end of the day, it will do you a lot of good.
The highlight of the interesting debate amongst the 3 participating students from each of the 12 schools is as follows.
I will list out a point for you to eradicate corruption in Nigeria. Firstly, for us to eradicate corruption in Nigeria, we have to be patriotic. As citizens of Nigeria, we have to display the attitude of being patriotic towards national laws and rules and values in our society today. Secondly, we have to abide to the national rules and laws. In abiding to the national rules and laws, we have to understand what our laws and rules are saying. Don't just be a citizen by mouth, or be a citizen by the certificate you have, or be a citizen that you were born in the country, but also, are you also abiding to the rules and laws of the country? Thirdly, sensitization programs. We also have sensitization programs in public areas. These are ways we can eradicate corruption. Public enlightenment.
Discipline is a good tool for eradicating corruption. If you want to abide by the nation or any other thing you want to abide by, if you are not disciplined, you cannot adhere to it. You can go and say, if you are sensitized and you are not disciplined enough to stay by what you've learned, this corruption cannot go away without discipline. If somebody goes to an office today and because the person is disciplined, refuse to collect bribe, another person goes to that same office, refuse to collect bribe, you see that order will come and everybody, they will see that this place they are not collecting, and in that particular place corruption will end because that person there is disciplined.
Corruption is like a tree. It possesses the fruit, the stem, and the root. Who are the root of corruption? If you want to stop a tree from growing, you must start from the root. Who are the root? We are the root of corruption. And corruption actually started from our homes. So we should get ready to start fighting corruption from our homes. Like in the homes now, you see where a child is lying because the mother told him to lie. Like a visitor came to see the mother, and the mother will tell the child, tell the visitor that I'm not around. And that will increase the knowledge of that child that lying is good. So when you start telling the child that lying is not good and trying to train them in proper training.
From inside closed doors of schools' administrations to the workings of education policies, the tasks of teachers, students and pupils, Leaves and Worms on AD4 TV Radio tracks the critical issues in public education within Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. Leaves and Worms brings you authoritative investigative insights into state of public schools in the FCT, reporting it as it is, factual, detailed and resourceful. Watch Leaves and Worms on AD4 TV Radio. AD4 TV Radio, reliable and credible.
We love AD4 TV Radio.
In our schools today, there are laboratories, libraries, and other facilities that enable the students to learn more. In the olden days, there was nothing more like that. So the students do not have any practical. But in our days now, we do practical in our laboratories, we go to the library to read, and there are other many more facilities in our school. So you can't tell me that corruption has caused down for our education center. The government are also trying their best. They have other things to do, and they also put more effort in education. They will talk about agriculture. In our country today, they give fertilizers to farmers, and even in the education sector, they share books to students, uniforms, and other things. It has not caused down for our education center in Nigeria because we are improving our education day by day. In the local time, there was not anything like laboratories, lab, and even in geographical area. But now we are able to go on excursions and see more new things. Our education level is increasing day by day. No, corruption cannot be eliminated in Nigeria. Why? Because unemployment. We have so many youths that are graduates. Look at their results, very good. But the government cannot give them a better job. That can lead them to kidnapping. And it's an example of corruption. When there is job, everybody will face his job. No one thinking about corruption. Isn't it? So when you see everyone is working and you are focused on your work, the youth are employed in different kinds of jobs, you will see there will be no corruption. But let me tell you something, greediness. Our leaders are very stingy and they are greedy.
At the end of the debate, GSS Tunga Maje emerged winners, with GSS Key and GSS Abaji coming up as the first and second runners-up, respectively. The presentation ceremony for the award winners will be shown on our subsequent edition. Some of the students who spoke to AD4 TV Radio have this to say.
For me, it was great. I learned new things, I was impacted with more knowledge, and I found courage and boldness. And I also learned how to stop myself from becoming corrupt, from getting corrupt, and also saying no to corruption.
I've learned how to voice out whenever I have any challenges that disturbs me. And also, I've learned how to report any corruption issues to any corruption centers or management.
I have learned and experienced more than enough in today's event. It makes me to have courage to withstand my fellow colleagues. It makes me to have courage to stand in everywhere to speak loud. It gives me the accent to talk in front of the people. Today's event was fabulous, was nice. I don't even know the right way I don't even know the right way to put this. My name is Ibrahim Abdullahi Suleiman. I say no to corruption. I stand against corruption. You should say no to corruption. We all should say no to corruption.
My name is Malachi Deborah. I say no to corruption. You should too.
My name is Musa Malia. I say no to corruption. You should say no to corruption.
My name is Uwe Tobore Peter. I say no to corruption. You should too.
My name is Chukwemeka Gospel. I say no to corruption, and you should say no to corruption too.